everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. If you guys are new to us on the Amazon side, welcome. Make sure you guys do hit that follow button. You see it either here in this corner or down below. You also see the books by our next guest, and that's guest with an S, because we have not one but two Petersons with us today. We're excited to welcome back best-selling author Manswell Peterson and his lovely wife, best-selling author Latonya Peterson. They're to talk to us not only about what it's been like for them to write together, especially when it comes to the series you guys see on your screen, and that is Braylon the Bear and Friends. We have all of the books here in the carousel on the Amazon side. We also welcome those tuning in on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, as well as on IG. Glad you all could be with us as well. If you guys have any questions or comments for the Petersons, make sure you guys do put those in the comments section for us. But Manswell, Latonya, hello to you and welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, how are you,
How you
Cyrus?
doing, Cyrus?
Doing really good. It's so good to have the two of you with us on Amazon Live. The first time we've had you all both with us. Latonya, great to be able to have you on with us. And Latonya's already said she's going to help me keep Manswell in check today.
Yes, that's my job.
Help.
15 years, my job.
Ricardo says hello to everybody as well. Ricardo, thank you so much for the support over on the Facebook side. So first of all, I want to say congratulations to the two of you on this great series. I know it's written for children. Latonya and Manswell, I know you guys have been going into the schools talking about this series. But Latonya, I want to kick things off with you. What has it been like for you to see the way that people are responding to Braylon the Bear and Friends series?
It has been wonderful. I have talked with a lot of teachers, a lot of students, a lot of just affiliates in the community, and they love it. They love the series. They love that the series is based on animals. They love the social, emotional learning factor, and they also love the adventure of Braylon the Bear and his friends. So it's been wonderful.
Yeah. Now, Manswell, you write in a lot of different genres, but this series that you've written with your wife, of course, is your only one for the smaller kids. What has it been like for you to add this audience to your repertoire?
You know, believe it or not, now this has been a wild ride with her for this series because, I'm used to the teens and adults coming and talking to me, but when they get the little kids come up there, they say, "Can I hug you?" Wow, I like Braden, or somebody might say, "I like Scooter Skunk better," or "I like Timmy better." So you just never know. And so little kids, no matter what kind of day you have, they'll brighten your day up. So that's been the fun side for me.
Yeah. So let's talk about how this all began. I think it's a great story to be able to share with our audience. And again, I appreciate you guys tuning in over there on YouTube. If you guys have any questions or comments for the Petersons, make sure you guys put those in the chat. We'd love to be able to add those in. Latonya, from what Manswell told us before, this series was your idea. Talk to us about what is it that sparked this series?
Well, basically, my son Braylon sparked the series. So Braylon and the entire series, Braylon the Bear, is actually based on my son. I've always wanted to write a children's book, but he actually pushed me. I think he was in like second grade, and we would always go to the library. We still go to the library. He's been going for years. So his thing was like, "Mom, I want to see you write a book. Can you write one of these books?" And I was like, "Yeah," but that was years ago. And then a couple of years ago, I just was like, okay, let's do it. And my husband, actually, he was hard on me. He helped me, and we got the first book out, then the second book out, and I have been working ever since. And now we have 6 books. So it has been an amazing journey.
Yeah. So, Manswell, as she was just talking about, I can only imagine what that was like for you. First of all, for your son to have seen you writing these books. What was it like for you when Latonya came to you and said that she wanted to write?
I looked at her like, huh? Because we had this saying, well, don't tell me what you want to do.
Mhm.
Show me what you're gonna do. And she kept talking about it. I'm like, all you doing is talking about it. And I went back to writing. And when she finally said, "I'm serious, I want to write," and I told her, "Have a seat." And I pulled out a pad and I pulled out a pen. And I said, the first thing you got to do is stop talking about writing a book. Start writing. Tell me your ideas. Tell me your concepts. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me the goals you want to do. And I took her through that whole process to let her know this is not something as simple as ABC, but writing for smaller kids. Cyrus, most people don't understand. Writing these books are more difficult than my other books because you're writing for the smaller smaller people, and these young kids, you got to entertain them, teach a story at the
Mhm.
same time. And I told you, you got to condense that to where it's 25, 30 pages. You don't have 250 pages like I got 300 pages. You got 25, 30 pages, and that's it. And so when I took her through that process, she was like, it's way more pages now. We got to condense the story, but we still got to make the story fun. And so she started going through everything with that, learning that process. And so now, you know, at first she was like, I don't know about this. I'm like, yes, you can do it. And so I encouraged her and I told her, if you can write on the collegiate level, if you can teach on the collegiate level, you can do this. The biggest thing is put your mind to it, but remember who you're writing for. Remember the entertainment, remember the lessons. And so that was the process. But once she picked it up, I would say she put it on cruise control around book 3.
Hmm.
And so now she's on cruise control because the first 3 books, it was like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Yes.
No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You want my name on that? That's not gonna work. And I really like I told her I'm gonna treat you like anybody else that comes through because you got to learn this process. You got to respect the process. You got to trust it. And now she understands it. And like I said, cruise control books 4, 5, and 6. It was more like, okay, look at this. And then I do my parts and then she do her parts. We go back in there. And here's a key, Cyrus. Most people don't understand this. Some people put out children's books and they won't have it evaluated. Every Braden and Bear and Friends book is always evaluated by a therapist and a psychologist to make sure we don't trigger, make sure we're doing what we got to do with learning for the kids. And that's that extra step that we put in there for our children.
Latonya, I thought he was going to say that you had him see a therapist, but okay, but I understand now.
She probably needed one after the first 3 books. She was like,
Yes.
I gotta go back and rewrite this.
Yes.
J.M. Benjamin, hello to you, another best-selling author joining us on the IG side. Glad to be able to see you. Deborah Owsley, hello to you. She's joining us over on Facebook. Ellen, good to be able to see you over there on Facebook as well. And Ricardo says it was writing boot camp. So, Latonya, so that was Manswell telling us a story. What was it like for you to go through that, to have your husband, for one thing, talk to you like that?
It was very hard because he know, okay, he's the king of the house, but I'm the boss and the queen.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, no, you have to do this and this. And, I was like, okay, I know I'm supposed to actually submit and everything else when it comes to my husband, but the business side, this is kind of hard. So it was a lot. It was a lot of work. It was exciting, but I can say he actually prepped me for it. I am very thankful for him because his writing expertise actually helped me so much. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is that the teaching part, he's a very good teacher. So, and I always tell him, you know what, you're a very good teacher. So in the end, I was thankful, but
Yeah.
starting out, it was very hard. Probably the 3rd or 4th week, I started back just working all the time. He was like, okay, I know you work, but you got to take some time to work on this book.
Right.
So, and I did that, and it was wonderful. But starting out, it is very hard. You have to put the work in. If you do not put the work in, you will not excel. You will not publish. So, and I learned that the hard way. But I'm very thankful for the lessons that I've learned.
Love that. Ellen says, love it. My husband fired me numerous of times.
Wow.
What I do, I agree with her hubby looks out for us. So I want to talk about this experience because I think the other side of this is the books are entertaining. We're going to talk about the illustrations here in a bit, but I love the different messages. Like literally, I can look at the cover and remember what the story is about. This was a very powerful one. You guys get to see it too well in
Mhm.
Bear and Friends Caught, dealing with peer pressure, but also, of course, knowing the difference in what's right and wrong. Caring is sharing, another great one with Chrissy and Calvin. Great message there. And then, of course, I love this one, Braylon the Bear and Friends. Braylon finds a way, not only dealing with the bully, but also realizing the importance of coming together for a common cause. Latonya, I want to ask you, and then Mans will have you follow up. What was it like for you to come up with the themes that you wanted to be able to cover in each book? Whether we're talking about bullying, dealing with protests, how to be able to do it effectively, and also, of course, the dangers of peer pressure.
It was hard, but I knew the things that I wanted. I looked at some of the things and some of the things that are going on in our schools and in our community, and I knew these are things that I wanted to discuss with students and the community. It's different when you're discussing and teaching in school, but when you make it adventurous and exciting for the students, they loved it and they understood what bullying was. When I read the book, after read the book, I was like, what was the book about? Everybody raised their hand. Bullying, and you said this and this, and these were just, younger kids, even some of the middle school kids. They just really love the concepts. They love the sharing aspect and the different friends. It was just very adventurous for them. So they really love the books.
Yeah. Manswell, what about for yourself? What was it like for you to share not only the characters but the themes of each book?
Well, the first thing we had to do, and I told her this was part of our boot camp, was because you're writing a children's series, there's continuation. I said, so you just can't give me one book title. I need the first 10 and tell me what they're about. And so literally that's how we broke the process down. Each book deals with a different concept for kids and what they got to learn. And so now we went from having the first 10 where now there's 20 books on the board, and you go through the process of what do you want to teach? How do you want to teach it? You got to make it fun. You got to make it fun. You got to make it fun. That helps the parents, but also helps the kids out. And that's the part that's nailing it for us. And like I said, she's got that part down packed now. But it was so important because you see a plethora of books out there for kids, and are they really teaching a lesson? And that's what I wanted. If you're gonna go do this, we got to better teach lessons. We got to let them have fun. And so once we actually got through that part of the hurricane, and it was a hurricane, then it was all right.
Yeah. Ricardo says, awesome job incorporating these great lessons into books. Brenda, hello to you. Joining us on Facebook says, go Petersons, go. Proud of you to look at Albany. Let's talk about that, Latonya. I tell people all the time, I'm always excited about being able to represent my city of Brandon, which most people have never even heard of. But people may be familiar with Albany, Georgia. But what has it been like for you to showcase that there are other authors in Albany that deserve attention?
It's been great. We have several authors here. We have children's authors. We have some adult authors, but it's been great. It's been great talking to different communities, schools, libraries, principals, other administrators, and even on a college level, we've had an interview with my alma mater, Albany State University. So it has been wonderful actually going back in the community, being a product of the schools. It's actually wonderful because I can go back like with Robert Harvey. I tell them when I went there, I went to school on the east side. So they were like, you went to school here? I was like, I went to Doherty High. I went to Doherty Middle. So it's great to bring it back to your city. Although we've been worldwide, it's always awesome to give back to your city. And that is something that we strive for. And it's something that we love.
Yeah. So you just mentioned a really good point about being worldwide, and we're going to get into the newest book here and highlight it for our audience over on the Amazon side. How does it feel to be best-selling author, Latonya?
Oh, it feels wonderful when Calvin Kite and the Bird Fight came out. I just love writing that story, and I loved it because of the spring and summer aspect. I love it because of the kites, but when it came out, I actually, I didn't think it would be number one in so many areas. And I really enjoyed it, and it has been worldwide. Actually, all the books have been worldwide: Japan, China, German. All of these are written in different languages, and I actually didn't know. A student of mine at AIU sent the information from Korea. This book is in Korea. I was like, no, it's not. So she was like, just Google it. So, and I looked, I was like, you're right. So they're in many languages, and I'm just actually loving that a lot of people worldwide are actually reading the books and are enjoying them. So it's been an awesome ride, and it's great to be a best-selling author.
Yeah. So, Manswell, what has that been like for you? I mean, you're straight into being a best-selling author. What has it been like for you to have the children's series that you've written with your wife also be bestsellers?
It caught me off guard. I'm happy that we could do it together because I wanted her to feel that experience of going to Amazon and you see that number one by your name. And like I told her, I said, I need you to cherish this because everybody doesn't get there.
Right.
Everybody doesn't get there, and everybody won't see that number one by their name. But to see it in 4 different categories, that's why I told her you always screenshot it and you always share it. I said, clap for yourself. You
Yeah.
got to believe in yourself before everybody else do. And now nobody can ever take the fact away that you are number one in 4 different categories at the same time.
Yeah.
At the same time, nobody can ever take that from you. And so, we're getting a lot of parents who are just loving it, and it's showing her now that her visibility is there. But I think this was the first time she Googled herself, Cyrus, and it was so funny because she was like, "I'm all over the place," and I'm been cracking up laughing because I'm like, I'm used to it, but I got a joy of seeing her joy from knowing that this book is translated into 8 different languages, and so now she's enjoying that ride, and it's still going. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy for her, and as a husband, as a writing partner, as a business partner, it makes me happy for her.
Love that. Ellen says, yes, getting the kids and parents involved. Ricardo on Facebook says, writing for the world. Love it. Melissa, hello, Melissa. Good to see you on Facebook. Melissa says, great conversation and seeing you both together. Love it. Let's see. Was that? I missed that one. Oh, yeah. Love it when hubbies focus on their spouses shine. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice.
Oh.
Melissa says, clap for yourself. Deborah has a question for you, Latonya. Do you plan on doing any books for middle schoolers?
Well, actually, two of the books, Caught and Braylon Finds a Way, are also for middle school, and it's because of the themes, the things of morals. They talk about theft and stealing and bullying. So I've actually read a couple of those for our fifth and sixth graders already. So this school year I actually went. So those two are for middle schoolers, and I do plan on discussing different things that may be more related to middle school. So I am actually working on that with our middle schoolers. So yes, I do plan on working with the middle schoolers and just some things, because there are a lot of things for middle schoolers that I would like to tackle, and I want it to be adventurous instead of just the regular teaching. I want it to be an adventure for them also. And
Love
my
it.
son is actually in middle school, so.
Ah. So how does he feel? I wasn't planning on asking you guys this, but how does he feel having his name associated with the series?
He loves it. He loves it. His friends, all of his friends have read the entire Braylon the Bear series. They are actually now reading Lacrodom Academy. It's about 7 of them that read together. Their teachers are also involved. So
Nice.
a lot of them call, because my husband has this thing where anybody can call him. So the entire class is calling Mr. Peterson this and this, and then they will ask me some things about the Braylon and the Bear series. But yes, he is enjoying it. He loved that his name is on it. And we just went to the library this week, and Lacrodom Academy 1 is actually in all of the libraries in Georgia. So we went, and we were not going to check it out. We just wanted to see it. So we went, and the library was like, oh, that's checked out. So Braylon said, well, that's a good thing. At least Daddy's book is checked out. But it has been wonderful, and he loves that we have the books, and he loves that he can read them, especially with his friends.
Yeah. Well, for those who haven't noticed, there's Braylon hovering above the two of them back there in the back. You all can see him there holding up the books. So shout out to you, Braylon. Let's see, Chanel, hello to you. Good to be able to see you over there on the Facebook side. She says, love this. And Ellen says, will we see some writing from your son? Oh, that's a good question.
Now, my plan is to give him a couple more years first. And then once he actually gets ready to go into high school, we're going to try to incorporate him into that, because my whole thing is about building a legacy for the family. And so incorporating the wife first, obviously, what was important. And yes, he will go through the same boot camp. Yes, he will go through the same drill she had to, because you have to respect the business. And that's the biggest thing that I see now. People don't respect the business. So when he comes in, he's going to respect the business. He's going to go through his process. And I said, then you get your name on a book. And so his biggest thing was, so can I be on the book with you and mommy together? I said, you can be on the book with all 3 of us together. We will do that. I have no problem with that. But of course, he will go through that boot camp. And so I know his mom like, baby, don't, I ain't babying nothing. He got to go through the process. He got to learn it, because as he progresses, if he wants to continue to write children's books or the adventure books or the chapter books like I write, if he respects the process now, he'll respect the process later.
Gotcha. So let's talk about the newest book I have here, Calvin's Kite and the Bird Fight. Latonya, what can you tell us about the newest book?
I love that book, and that is the book where I became number one. So that is one of my favorites. But I love it because of the spring summer aspect. I love it that Calvin didn't know a lot about kites, and instead of going to the store and buy a kite, him and his dad actually made a homemade kite. They got all the materials. His sister even helped. You know, they actually got it together, went to the park. It was hard for him to learn to fly it, but I love the theme where his dad and sister was there, and they actually helped him to fly a kite. It's still hard for him in the end, but he actually learned to make and fly a kite. And I love the part about the bird fight. It just shows you that there are challenges. Sometimes you can't just go to a park and fly a kite, or sometimes in life things don't happen as you want them to. So he learned that part, and he had his, daddy and his sibling there. And I loved at the end where he had all of his friends there that were at the park that were rooting him on. So this book is one of my favorites, and it's a great book for spring and summer.
Love that. Chanel says you are creating a powerful legacy. Chanel, I totally agree. All these books are available on Amazon, so make sure you guys do get them for yourself. Again, everyone, Latonya Peterson and Manswell Peterson, the best-selling authors of the Braylon the Bear and Friends series. Again, if you guys are joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you all can find the link to bring you guys over to Amazon. For those tuning in on X and Instagram, you'll find it in my stories there for you guys to be able to get. I appreciate the two of you coming on. Congratulations on all of the success, and definitely looking forward to our next chat together.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
More
it.
than welcome. Appreciate you guys. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Again, make sure you guys do grab Braylon the Bear and Friends, the series. Again, you can get them all here on Amazon. Great for this time of year. A lot of the kids are out for school. A great project for them, but also great for the libraries out there, too, to be able to add them to your list as well if you have not done so already. Thank you all for watching us here at Cyrus Webb Presents. We have more Cyrus Webb Presents coming here on Amazon Live before we head out to Atlanta, Georgia. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Until next time, though, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you shortly. Take care.